My name is Colin, and today I will show you how to make Coliflor Capeada. For this you will need cooking oil, 9 tomatoes, 5 eggs, 2 cups of flour, half a cup of cilantro, 1 head of cauliflower, but for demonstration purposes I've already cut it up into medium-sized pieces, a quarter of an onion, 1 clove of garlic, half a teaspoon of salt, and 4 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. To start off with, you will need a saucepan and you will fill it with the cauliflower. Fill the pan with water to completely submerge the cauliflower. Then leave it to boil, and once it has begun to boil, only leave the cauliflower in for 3 to 5 minutes. If you leave it for too long, the cauliflower will become too soft and it will begin to fall apart during the cooking process. Also place the tomatoes to boil in order to soften up before the blending process. Leave the tomatoes for 3 to 5 minutes as well. In the meantime, separate your 5 eggs into the yolks and the whites. We will use these later in the cooking process. Once the cauliflower is done boiling, take it out of the pan and place it on a paper towel to drain. Once the tomatoes are also done boiling, take them out of the water and place them in a blender. We will use them later for the sauce. Once the tomatoes are in the blender, you're going to add 2 cups of cold water. Make sure that the water is cold, because if it is not, once it is in the blender will basically explode because of the heat that's building up in it. Also add your cilantro, half a cup of it. Add a quarter of an onion and 1 clove of garlic. Blend all the ingredients together thoroughly into a puree on medium speed. Before pouring the sauce into a medium saucepan, place 1 tablespoon of cooking oil and let it heat up. Once the oil has heated up, take the sauce and pour it into the saucepan. Place the sauce on the lowest heat setting and add in half a teaspoon of salt and 4 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. Then stir. Once you have finished that, place a lid on it so that the sauce does not evaporate. That is also why we keep it on the lowest heat setting. Take your 2 cups of flour and spread it out onto a plate or any flat surface. Once you have spread out the flour, like I have done so, take your medium-sized pieces of cauliflower and cover them in the flour. Make sure you get it in all the nooks and crannies so that everything is breaded evenly. Once you have covered them in flour, shake them off a little and place them on an empty plate. In the end, your cauliflower pieces should look something like this, all evenly breaded. Place a layer of cooking oil in a frying pan that is about 1 centimeter thick and let it heat up on medium heat. While the cooking oil is heating up, take a handheld mixer and whip the egg whites into a moussey consistency. Once the egg whites have been whipped sufficiently, add in your egg yolks and mix further. Now is when you need to act quickly, because if you do not, your eggs will deflate. Take your pieces of cauliflower and place them in the eggs head first. This allows for the eggs to fully cover the cauliflower. Next, carefully place it in the oil. Use a spoon to douse the cauliflower in cooking oil. Then, periodically, take a fork and turn the cauliflower so that everything is fried evenly. Fry the cauliflower until it is medium golden brown. Then you can take it out and place it on your paper towel. Repeat these steps with the rest of your pieces of cauliflower. You may add in multiple pieces at once, as I have done, in order to make the process go by quicker. As you can see, we have finished frying all of our cauliflower pieces. They're all nice and golden brown. We got about 11 fist-sized pieces, but if you cut them just slightly smaller, I'm sure you could get a dozen out of a large cauliflower head. Remember our sauce? We're gonna come back to it. It's been heating up on low heat, but we'll come back to it and mix it up a little bit before adding in our cauliflower pieces. Once you have fully submerged the pieces of cauliflower, you want to turn up the heat to about medium heat and let them sit there for about 5 minutes. Once the cauliflower has been heating up on medium heat for about 5 minutes, take it off the heat and leave it to cool down for 5 to 10 minutes. Then it will be ready to serve. Once the cauliflower has finished cooling off, it is ready to serve. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and try this recipe out at home for yourself.